How's it going, guys? It's been a while since I put out a video, a proper video, and here goes. But at the end of this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the future of the channel and what I've been doing and what I hope to achieve in the next few months. So stick around until after this video, which I hope you enjoy.
Have you ever felt so lonely that you thought you were going to die? I'm talking about that kind of loneliness that you feel that you are the last person on earth, yeah? And you spend your time on video games or masturbating or on porn sites or whatnot, doing all kinds of things to distract yourself from the fact that you are so lonely. You feel miserable. You feel like you're dying. You're like in living death. And the fact of the matter is, this happens most especially when you're young. Oh yeah. You're young, you're lonely, you don't have a girlfriend, maybe you don't have any friends, maybe you're in some new city and some new job and you feel like you're dying, yeah? And whenever you come across somebody who extends a little bit of an olive branch of friendship, right? You latch on to them with both hands, right? And you figure that this is the last person on earth who will be your friend. And of course, because of your desperation and your clinginess and neediness, right? You drive them away. This last hope, as the last person on earth, the last person who could potentially be your friend, and you drive them away. No, Shane, come back, come back. Yeah, I know. It happens to all of us. It happens to every guy, okay? It happens to every guy, every person, because of the society and culture that we're living in, okay? And I'm not talking about something like over the last, couple of decades. No, this has been going on since the advent of modernism, for crying out loud. You feel so lonely. You feel so lonely and so alone, and you walk through the streets of a city, driving around perhaps, and there's this huge crowd of people all around you. You're in some metro or something, right, in the subway, and it's filled with people, and they're all strangers, and they're all looking away, and you feel that there is no one to talk to. No one to talk to, no one who can understand you or listen to you or care about you. That's the worst part, in that sense that nobody cares about you. That if you suddenly were struck by lightning, everybody like, ooh, look, somebody got struck by lightning. Poor bastard. And that would be that. Huh? We all go through that. We all go through that, and I'm here to tell you that not only do we all go through that, but it's temporary. No matter how awful it may feel, believe me, it's temporary. It's temporary so long as you do something useful with your life, okay? Because a lot of times when you're really, really lonely, there is this enormous temptation to sort of like hide. Hide in your apartment. Hide in some cave somewhere. You might be living with your mom, right? Or your parents. And your parents, they love you and they'll indulge you and they won't push you out. And that's a problem. You'll wind up hiding in your room, hiding in your apartment, wherever, and blowing your time, throwing away fistfuls, bucketfuls of time on foolishness, on video games, on porn, on whatever distraction that is not productive, okay? Because it's one thing, for instance, if you get involved in some distraction or some hobby that is actually productive, like for instance, woodworking. I do woodworking and I'm crap at it, but at least, I get something out of it, right? Like I have all these wooden boxes in my office. I built them all, yeah. But you see my point. Oopa. You want to get involved. You want to get involved in something productive. Yeah, that was pretty funny, wasn't it? Anyway, you want to get involved in something productive. You want to get involved in something that is worthwhile. And so that's why you have to use your period of loneliness. Use it constructively. And this is a hard task and it requires discipline, but it's something that you should do. Use your loneliness to your advantage, to your long-term advantage. Let me explain. See, you're lonely, right? You feel miserable, you feel all alone, you feel like nobody cares about you, whatnot, right? And let's say, for the sake of argument, that you have some job, but the job, you have some coworkers and you're not really friends with them, you just work with them and that's that, right? And you go home and you have these big chunks of time ahead of you where you're all alone with nobody around you, right? You should use those chunks of time in something productive. I mean, if it's as simple as reading more books, reading the classic books, reading, Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, Dickens, and whatnot, do that. Whatever it is, use that time productively. Force yourself. And this is a hard thing, okay? Because it is so much easier to throw away time in unproductive things than to take that time and use it. Use it to gain something that is worthwhile for you. And there are so many things. I mean, learn a new language, learn a new skill, learn how to weld something, learn how to skip rope, whatever, get in shape, go to the gym, whatever it is, see, use that time that you'd spent throwing it away, trying to soothe your loneliness, use it. Use that time for something productive, something that will make you and your life more valuable, okay? And you'd be surprised how many things there are that you can do. Oh yeah. A lot of guys in the men's rights community talk about working out and lifting weights. Lift! They always talk, right? Well, that's actually productive, okay? I mean, it's cliche, but it's true, Getting into shape, it's a great way to assuage your loneliness. And not only getting in shape, learning something, having your mind focused on something besides your loneliness. Because if you're only thinking about how lonely you are, right, that in itself just becomes a spiral. But if you're focusing your attention on something else, some hobby or something productive that you are going to learn, like a language, for instance. And I think about the times that I was really, really lonely in the past, and I wish I'd used that time to learn a language. I only know two, English and Spanish. I know them very, very well, yeah, but I wish I'd learned more. I wish I'd learned German, to tell you the truth. Yeah, but I didn't. I threw my time away. And how did I throw it away? By watching TV. Yeah, I watched entertainment television obsessively for a while when I was really lonely, when I was scraping the bottom, yeah. And like I said, you wind up reaching out to people and trying to grab onto them. Yeah? And they want nothing to do with you, not because it's you, but because you're so needy, okay? And so if you're in a period of tremendous loneliness for whatever reason, getting back into the swing of things can be very tricky, okay? So you have to learn and understand that the less, the better, okay? Never be clingy, never grab onto people because they will want to get away from you, okay? And you will lose a potential friendship. You have to be soft, disciplined. You see what I'm saying? But just remember that it's temporary. And that's the thing, because life turns. So long as you go out into the world and interact with people in whatever capacity, your work or hobby or whatever, soon enough you will get more friends. You will make them naturally if you go out into the world. But if you use things to soothe your loneliness, to distract you from your loneliness, they might be very effective in distracting you from this loneliness, like video games, for instance. That's why so many kids play them, because it's a great way to distract yourself from how lonely you feel. It's a great distraction, but it doesn't add anything to you. It just kills the time that you have. And the point, time is the one thing that cannot be gotten. Yeah, the time you've got, it's limited. There's no way to get it back. Use it smartly, wisely. Don't be foolish. Yeah? I mean, in my own case, look at me. There are many, many years that I threw away in my loneliness. And I wish I'd done better things with that time. Yeah? I mean, at least now I realize, and I look back on those periods that I was so lonely and realize that I did learn something. And the lesson was, don't throw away your time because it's limited. Yeah? They're not making more time. And you cannot buy any more time, no matter how much money you've got. Okay? So use it wisely. Oh, old man again. I'm spinning my wheels. Oh, end the video.
So what's been going on as of late is that I've been focusing more on Patreon because it's just become nice little community where I hang out with people who enjoy my videos. I've been producing videos there every week, and well, there's a link in the description below if you want to check it out. I've been working on videos there and also working on something that I find really interesting, which is doing these weekly webinars. These webinars where I can have my audience join in on the conversation, because it's a video conferencing technology that allows me to bring people on air, ask questions, and talk about different things. And I find it just really fulfilling, especially now during the time of the quarantine. And so that's why I've been focusing more on that over the last few weeks than on the regular channel. But moving forward, I'm going to start putting out more videos. I have a whole bunch of videos in inventory that I just haven't gotten around to editing, and I'm going to start doing that. And well, you know, the channel is going to be up and running again, and I hope to be producing at least one new video per week on the CRP channel. On the Patreon channel, I'm producing consistently one video per week. There are over 80 videos there that you can go and check out, plus about a half dozen webinars. So anyway, I hope you understand, and yeah, it's good to be back, and I'll talk to you soon. Take it easy.